All right. Meanwhile, 17 minutes after the hour, Fox News alert. American troops are hurt after a rocket attack on al-Assad airbase over in western Iraq yesterday.
Trey Yingst joins us live from Israel, port city of Haifa. He's live with us right now. Hey, Trey.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. I do want to start with some breaking news. As Israel braces for an attack from Iran and its proxies, the largest proxy in the region, Hezbollah, in southern Lebanon, just launched a rocket and drone attack into northern Israel, just a few miles from where we're standing right now. According to reports from first responders, 2 people were injured by shrapnel, 1 critically wounded and taken to a local hospital. But it gives you a sense that while Israel is preparing for that larger conflict, they're still being attacked on a daily basis. We're also following this other update out of the region overnight. An Iran-backed militia targeting a base in western Iraq that houses American forces. Multiple U.S. service members were injured in that attack. Again, launched by a militia that's backed by Iran. The timing of that incident couldn't have occurred at a worse moment as tensions rise across the Middle East. President Biden was at the White House being updated on the expected Iranian attack that is planned against Israel when that took place. The commander-in-chief posting to X that he was briefed, and there are efforts to de-escalate the situation, going on to say we also discussed the steps we are taking to defend our forces and respond to any attack against our personnel in a manner and place of our choosing. The question now is how the United States will respond and what role the Americans will play in defending Israel. Iranian officials briefed foreign ministers of other countries yesterday and confirmed they do plan to strike Israel in response to the killing of Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran. This comes as the war in Gaza grinds on, and we are following a new development about the United Nations. The UN announced yesterday it had fired 9 UNRWA staffers for suspected involvement in the October 7th massacre. Right now, there are simply no diplomatic solutions on the table to end the war inside Gaza, de-escalate with Hezbollah in Lebanon, and avoid a larger attack from Iran, meaning Israel is bracing for uncertain and dangerous days ahead. Guys?
Hey, Trey, why would they list? What do you think, Iran? Why would they list possible sites they were going to hit ahead of time? What are they trying to do?
They're trying to play a game of psychological warfare with the Israeli people, and the Israelis are doing the same. They have made very clear that if the Iranians target civilian areas of Israel in cities like Haifa, where we're at today, or Tel Aviv, or Jerusalem, the Israelis will respond, striking Iran again. And remember, Iran launched an attack against Israel in April, firing more than 300 drones and missiles at this country. And while many were intercepted by coalition forces, the Israelis struck back against a very interesting target: air defense systems outside of Iran's nuclear facility, the largest one in the country. This was to send a message. The Israelis know exactly where they're developing their nuclear program, and it's in their sights.
All right, Trey, we thank you very much. Also, the United States is sending a message as well. The USS Laboon and the USS Cole have been repositioned in the Red Sea, and the Teddy Roosevelt aircraft carrier group is moving toward Israel as well. The big stick.
That goes back to the question, why isn't Kamala Harris, why isn't Joe Biden, why aren't we hearing from them when you have all of this happening in the Middle East?
And we got a tweet picture.
Yeah, it was Selena Zito. She posted this, market down how many thousands of points since last Wednesday. The Middle East is at the brink of a war. Iran bombed our military base in Iraq. How is it okay that we haven't heard from the president? How is it that the White House correspondents aren't publicly calling for this?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Don't you want to do your job? Aren't you frustrated that you can't get any questions off? Don't you want to know why the flip-flops happened? But the same thing, there was no clamor for President Biden to do a press conference.
That's exactly right. Well,
until we got all
of this
debate.
Information yesterday, we were teasing it on every program, that there was going to be this big national security meeting, that everybody was going to be meeting, the council was going to be in the bunker, really laying it out in the Situation Room. And I guess we assumed that there was going to be some type of public statement after. Absolutely nothing. No press conference, no red line for America. It looks like the only people that are getting the pressure is the Israelis right now, saying, just get a deal done.
Well, yesterday, the press secretary didn't even have her normal gaggle. She does have one planned for this afternoon.
They're always so informative.
It'll be interesting to see what they have to say about this, about the 2 things, about what's going on in Iran and also what is going on with your 401k. I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.